Hey Daniil, great performance. I'm sure you're not happy to lose, but how much confidence does it give you to play at such a high level against the best player in the world?
Nice feeling to play such good tennis, especially, of course. I mean, even first set, I thought I didn't play that bad, but you know, when you play Jannik and you don't play it 110%, you can play not bad and lose 6-2. I managed to raise my level in the second, and even today, I mean, was a bit fast, but kind of happy how I tried, almost like 30 all, and saved a couple of match points on my serve. So happy with the level, disappointed to lose. In terms of confidence, look, every week is a new week, so good to do this level before Roland Garros, but it's going to be a new journey there. Let's see what it brings.
Ciao, Dan. Well, you played a fantastic second set on clay. Not many times I saw you playing so well on clay. But I'd like to know, during the Australian Open, there was one day when Zverev was complaining about Alcaraz having cramps and called the physio and things like that. Yesterday, were you thinking more or less the same thing? And how do you think can be solved the problem? Because for an umpire, it's impossible to say if someone is cramping or has something else. And what would you do eventually to change that rule, if it is possible or not?
Actually, no. First, I wanted to say impossible to sell, but I actually have a solution. Allow medical treatment for helps. Oh, sorry. Allow medical, meaning physio, 3 minutes when you have cramps. Then there is no problem, because then a player could say, I have cramps, I need a physio. For the moment, it's not allowed. So I completely understand of course, if you start cramping, and maybe he was not, I have no idea. What you do is you ask a physio and you say, I have small pain in the leg. Probably I did it as well, you know, in my career. And then you try to use this time. So if medical would be allowed for cramps, there would be no problem. So this is a solution.
Hi, Daniil. What's your opinion about Jannik physical crisis? He has them every now and then. He had one with you in Wimbledon a couple of years ago. So what's your opinion about that? He's a very tough opponent, of course, but do you guys in the locker room talk about that, not you and Jannik, the other guys, and wonder what's going on when Jannik is feeling bad?
No, definitely not talking about this in the locker room, because we try not to discuss like tennis. When I say tennis in the locker room, meaning we don't look a match and say, oh, look at his backhand, it's so bad, everyone should go there. No, we don't. So at least I didn't discuss this with anyone. But look, it's very tough to play him. And so to win a point, you need to hit a lot of shots. And I try to win the point, so I hit a lot of shots. I guess, I don't know if maybe there was something else, but the points were physical. It was tough for me as well, and he was struggling. Whenever I play Novak, it's a bit the same. You know, Novak many times was struggling against me physically. Were there some other guys? I mean, against Rafa, I struggled physically, but it was the same story. We played many shots because that's how I play as well. So I don't think there is more about this. And again, whenever someone is going to be good enough to play against Jannik in the baseline game, because there is no other way to win, it's going to be struggle for both. We saw in Monte Carlo, he was struggling as well, but he won. So that he struggles is not a problem for him to win, but that's the only kind of chance you have, is to play this 30-shot rally and try to win them, and then you both going to struggle.
I wanted to ask you about your drop shots. I thought you played them really well and kept on going even after, you know, he won a few points. I guess it's one thing to do it when you're up, you know, against a lower opponent, up, you know, 40-love in a game, but to do it against Jannik and keep on going. Yeah, I'm wondering how pleased are you with that, and what has it been like incorporating something different into your game?
Yeah, I mean, on clay, I always try to use a lot of drop shots. It's a very strange shot because whenever you're not in a good day and your shots from the baseline are not working, the opponent takes position and then you're like, nothing is working, let's try drop shot, and you usually get killed. And whenever you're in a good day and your shots are working, that's when it's fun to make some drop shots. And against Jannik, I felt like it was working, so I made quite a lot. Won some points, lost some points. He did the same. So was a drop shot is a nice shot. When you win the point, you feel good about yourself. So I liked my drop shots this tournament and against Jannik as well.
Last question.
Hi, Daniil. Congrats. You are number 9 in the ranking, but the level of your play now, don't you think you are number 3 almost?
In Rome, maybe. In Monte Carlo, no. So I'm just trying my best, and I think in the race I would probably guess I'm 4 behind Zverev and the 2 guys. So just trying my best. And I'll see in the end if I can, the goal is for sure to be in Turin, because before I was kind of, I'm playing good, I'm in Turin, but last year I was not there. So goal is to try to be in Turin, try to keep up the level that I managed to find both in Madrid and Rome, because in Madrid I played good but lost to Cobolli, who played a great match. Try to repeat the same in Roland Garros, try to play well on grass. If I finish number 3, I will feel amazing the year, but we're far from there, and Sasha is playing unreal and actually much better than me in terms of results. So I'm happy to be at number 4 at the moment.
Hi, Daniil. What's your opinion about Jannik physical crisis? He has them every now and then. He had one with you in Wimbledon a couple of years ago. So what's your opinion about that? He's a very tough opponent, of course, but do you guys in the locker room talk about that, not you and Jannik, the other guys, and wonder what's going on when Jannik is feeling bad?
No, definitely not talking about this in the locker room, because I think we try not to discuss like tennis. When I say tennis in the locker room, meaning we don't look a match and say, oh, look at his backhand, it's so bad, everyone should go there. No, we don't. So at least I didn't discuss this with anyone. But